What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Idiot's Guide to the Marvel Universe. I'm Jerome.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Hess.
And today we're talking about, in my opinion, the worst Marvel movie ever, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue against that.
Yeah.
But
Well, if that's the case, I thought this movie was dope as fuck. So apparently, I'm just gonna like everything.
If
else.
you like this, you will love the rest. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
This
really
is also the shortest MCU movie.
No, I want to be fair. I
don't want to be fair.
Okay, well you be unfair. I'll be fair.
I'll be bad cop. You be good cop.
Okay. I didn't mind it as I was watching it. You know, there's stuff I didn't like.
Definitely. No, I will get there. There's some things that I like that we'll get into.
Okay.
There's a lot more that I didn't like, though. But all right, so I'm going to attempt, every time we do one of these, I'm going to try to recap the movie quickly, just so then we talked about the whole movie. Opening credits, we got Bruce Banner. He's becoming the Hulk. He's getting the stuff injected into him. He hits Liv Tyler. She goes in the hospital. So then he gets scared and runs to Fabula from Modern Warfare 2.
It's the first thing I thought about.
He's there. He's sexting Mr. Green, Mr. Blue, all this stuff. You know, they're texting each other. General Ross is attacking him. They send all these guys into the warehouse after him. Meanwhile, before that, his blood gets cut and puts into a bottle so Stanley can drink it later. It's stupid.
Not a good job looking for the blood.
I thought that.
Okay.
He stops the whole production. I know I'm putting a hole in it. He stops the whole production, runs down there, goes, huh. Oh, it's just right there. Go along. And then they literally move the camera 2 inches to the left, and it's on a bottle going down the rack.
And there was a lot of blood on the bottle.
Yeah, and what I thought was weird is you can clearly see the blood in there swirling around the bottle the entire time as it goes through everything. And then someone buys that and goes, well, this looks like kind of weird Mountain Dew, but I guess I'll drink it.
Now, I think you would drink it.
If I got a Mountain Dew and it looked like someone spilled some Code Red in it, no.
Do you believe him? I think you'd take a sip of it.
I think you'd probably make a video out of it.
Okay, maybe Hess has got a point.
Yeah.
Someone pulls out a camera, I'd be like, all right, I'll drink it. And then
You'll go, content.
And then I'll have some gamma radiation, big deal. But so that happens, they send him after him, all of a sudden it turns into Jaws, and he's hiding in a warehouse attacking people as the Hulk, and it's real stupid. He ends up deciding then, I'm going to leave Fabula, because they know I'm here, and goes back home, and meets Liv Tyler again. They bump into each other, she's all love-struck again, kind of for him. He ends up running to a college. They get in a fight scene at the college. He kicks Tim Roth into a tree. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then a bunch of stuff ensues. Then they go and meet the dude from Watchmen who gets stuff spilled on his head, and he starts getting a really big head, and then nothing ever comes of that ever again. And they fight Abomination, and the movie's over. Hess has never seen... The only Marvel movies he's seen is Iron Man 1 and 2, and that was when he was 7 years old, he said last podcast.
No.
That's what he said.
It is what you said.
If you re-listen to the podcast, he goes, I was like 7 when it came out. And then me and Nick are like, huh?
I could have swore I said it
He's
was
Benjamin Button.
Well,
when it came out.
You spoke a little fast, so it came out as I was 7 years old when it came out.
I gotcha.
But he's never seen these, so these are his initial thoughts on everything.
Yeah. I really did. I liked it. I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's all new to me, so I don't really know any backstory to any of these characters. So, I don't know. I just was I was intrigued by the whole, like, how he became the Hulk. They're just fucking around, like, trying to build this, like, superhuman as a defense weapon, the U.S. military.
Yeah, it's weird. They're kind of insinuate here, even though they haven't made Captain America yet, that they're trying to remake Captain America in a way. That's how I took it.
I do like the super soldier thing is a captain. That's what they gave Captain America.
And I even like Tony Stark at the end mentions that.
Yeah, he said that's why we put him on ice. And now isn't there's a deleted scene in
this? It's an alternate opening
where you can see Captain America.
Like something happens which doesn't make any sense with the other movies at all, which is probably why it's alternate.
Yeah.
Like all this, like a bunch of stuff's happening with his ice, and you see like Captain America's shield with him go flying past the screen. But that doesn't make sense with any other storyline, so that doesn't actually count.
But the super soldier serum is something that it's kind of neat because there's a few people that have it. It doesn't usually go good.
Yeah, I think that's majority what Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be about. And I believe, I don't know the character's name, but there was a guy that like they're testing it on before Captain America. This black guy, and they cast a guy as that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier as like he was and like to show you more about what's going on there. And then
There was a comic about him, right? He was like the Black Captain America.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know his name though, because I just recently learned about him.
But it like, yeah, I heard about him on a podcast. But
Me too.
I don't know anything. I don't retain anything, so I don't.
I retain
remember.
little bits of it.
I retained a little bit, but I don't want to spout out if I don't know.
Yeah. What were your not really initial thoughts, but what are your thoughts third time, fourth time watching
Well,
it?
I watched it yesterday, and I rented it so I could watch it at the gym.
I watched it on DVD in here because you were taking forever to rent it. I didn't want to watch it like the last minute at night. So then of course the next morning you rent it, so I could have watched it that day. But I watched it at night.
Maybe have
from
a
like
conversation.
I started at like 2 in the morning because we were done watching stuff out there, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch like 30 minutes, and then I saw there was only like an hour left. Once I was gonna pause it, and I was like, I'll just finish it.
Well, so I watched.
It was like an hour 57. I thought.
Yeah, it's not too long.
Yeah, but I mean, most movies that's long.
Yeah, it is.
But for these, it's like a breeze.
Yeah, so I watched like the first half at the gym and then finished it here. But like I was done walking, like I didn't need to go any further, and then
Got all your rings.
and it was right at the part in I guess it's Central Park where they're
And
gonna
then
fight.
Ross and Joey showed up.
Yeah. So no, but then General Ross.
Oh, and General Joey.
So no, but then. So they're gonna fight, and I know that's the part where he kicks him into the trees. I'm like, well, I'm not stopping here.
Yeah, that's a fun part.
I did watch that. I do enjoy. I like Edward Norton a lot.
I like a lot of the people in this, but I was gonna ask you. I mean, you guys both liked it, so your answer would probably no. But do you think this is everyone in this is worst movie?
Worst movie?
Yeah.
But no, probably not.
Probably not.
I would think not.
Because I was trying to think of like for Edward Norton, and I was like, you know what this reminded me of, and you're not gonna like this. What was that movie you took us to? Like it was last year, or it was beginning last year before everything locked down.
You're right. I'm not gonna like this.
That Bridge movie.
No, that was no.
It wasn't Bridge.
It was Motherless Brooklyn.
Motherless Brooklyn. I don't know why I thought Brooklyn was Bridge. Motherless Brooklyn. This reminded me of that, where I was like, it's got good people in it, but fuck, is this boring.
I love that movie.
I know you really liked it at the end. You're like, I like it, and me and Taylor were like,
No, I thought Taylor liked it.
She liked it more than I did, but still not that much.
And then you're comparing it to 21 Bridges, who has...
No, I was confused with the name. I didn't know.
21 Bridges was dope.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. There's something missing in this movie. I don't know what it is, but
it felt a lot of the movie felt like the middle of a movie, and then all of a sudden there was like an action scene, kind of, you know, because it starts like the only backstory you get is in the opening scene, then the rest is like him on the run, like doing all this stuff.
And there's not
like I felt like them creating the Hulk should have been the whole opening of the movie, and then maybe skip 3 years and go to him in February or something.
It's almost like they wanted to be like Jaws or like King Kong, where they like don't show you the monster.
That's what I don't like, because that's why I also felt like the opening was an afterthought in doing that, because they're hiding the monster the whole time until he's out in the daylight and fighting people.
Yeah.
But you see it in the opening scene of like him going after like when they first create him and all that. Like you see it. Yeah. So why do you hide it in your first fight scene?
Yeah, that fight scene with it is weird, huh? He's like, you don't make me hungry. You won't like me when I'm hungry. There's little things like that I really liked.
Did you know what I thought would have been funny when he said that? If he like pulled a Snickers out of his pocket.
I bet that's a commercial. I bet that was a commercial at some point, or an idea someone brought up. And then like, you're not you when you're hungry.
If not, it should be.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's things I do. I'm not a big fan of Tim Roth in this movie.
Me either.
So I think that's what I don't.
He's like a Hulk crackhead.
And I hate General. What's his Thunderstruck?
Ross.
Just Ross. That is whatever. He becomes Red Hulk,
but
I believe there's a deleted scene or something, or there was supposed to be a scene in Civil War where he's Red Hulk or something like that.
Yeah. Except for Tony Stark, he's the only one in any more Marvel movies from this, right? Except
from this movie, yeah.
Except for
we'll get into it. I got another person that's just now coming back. So I wanted to ask Hess this, because you already told me you noticed this, but did you catch the secret cameo of the movie?
Stan Lee and Lou Ferrigno.
Well, those two, yes, but there's a person
and Omar Little.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
I'm glad you. I saw that he's on the screen for like 15 seconds. So I was like, I hope Hess catches that. Yeah, it's so short. I saw that and I was like, hold on a fucking second. Was that actually him? Because I didn't remember.
I rented it under my Apple ID.
Oh, So
I ended up watching it on my phone instead because the Apple ID is not set up on the Apple TV.
Oh.
And I was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna watch it on my phone.
Why don't you just AirPlay it to the TV?
Abby didn't want to watch it, so I was just like, whatever.
I get it.
But yeah, so I'm like sitting there and I'm like, what fucking looks like Omar Little? I'm like, I was gonna text Nick, but then I was like, I'll just talk about it on the podcast.
That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, you get your Stan Lee one in real quick.
Yeah, the in and out. He drinks.
I did not remember that he was the one that drank that stuff. I didn't remember a lot of this movie, and we just watched it 2 years ago, and I won't watch it again until we do all these again.
Did he get the gamma? Is that?
I guess, yeah, he got some gamma radiation, I guess.
You know what it makes me think of when they say gamma? It makes me think of Horrible Bosses, and when Kevin Spacey's like, you call your grandma Gam?
Well, I was just thinking gamma rays. Is that like something from your grandma? Like you get some kind
of... Yeah, it's grandma radiation. Your skin starts getting all wrinkly from your grandma. You guys want to know some Hulk trivia?
Sure.
When he first gets to Guatemala and he's all sad, they play the sad Hulk song from the TV show. It's like, da-na-na-na. He's just sitting there on a tree. I was like, well, I never caught that before. They actually play the sad Hulk song from the TV show.
Oh yeah, I think I read that, but I didn't know what that meant.
It's only in it. It's like 15 seconds, and then it goes into like a normal song.
There's a lot of like Easter egg type things with this.
Mm-hmm. Like I know at one point, like Liv Tyler like hands him purple pants, and then he's like, nah.
Yeah, or like he was watching that TV show. I forget the name of it.
And then like the dad or the guy that was the guy that was the dad in Hulk or something like that is in it, right?
It's the guy that was David Banner.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Bill Bixby is.
Oh yeah, because his name was David Banner, not Bruce Banner. Huh?
Yeah.
I get that confused.
Yeah.
He used to be David Banner?
I think in the TV show he was David Banner.
Really?
I think so.
Why would they change the name?
I don't know why they did that.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You think I don't know's performer is Dream Warriors. By the way, if you have a few minutes.
I don't know. Alexa, stop. I don't have a few minutes. Alexa, why is the Hulk called David Banner in the TV show?
Here's something I found on the web. According to MoriarReviews.com, the most successful of these was the TV series version of The Incredible Hulk, 1977 starring Bill Bixby, where the hero was renamed David Banner apparently because some executive decided that Bruce wasn't manly enough.
Oh, wow. All right, thanks, Alexa. Alexa, stop.
Hulk.
Thank you.
I wonder what Bruce Lee thinks about that.
And David is more manly than Bruce?
I guess.
I mean, Bruce, the runner that's now Caitlyn Jenner. What was it, Bruce what?
Yeah, what about Bruce
Jenner?
Bruce Wayne, Batman. That's as manly as you get.
Yeah. What the hell?
Bruce Smith?
I didn't even think about that.
Bruce Springsteen?
Is it Bruce Banner?
Bruce Willis?
I said Bruce Lee.
What about Bruce Willis?
What about Bruce Lee? Except for that
I'm
Brad
so
Pitt
confused.
situation.
You guys have me so confused.
Why do we have you confused?
There was a rapper in I believe the early 2000s, maybe 2010s.
David Banner.
David Banner, yeah.
Oh, really?
I wonder if that's why he went by David Banner, if he was a fucking fan of the Incredible Hulk.
Maybe. So, you want to know some alternate casting for the Hulk?
Sure.
Originally, I'm just going to call him Lewis.
Okay.
Lewis was interested in directing Iron Man, but Jon Favreau took the role, so he was offered a sequel to the 2003 Hulk. But then, Eric Bana said, nah, no thank you. So that was out of the question. So then he wanted Mark Ruffalo to play the Hulk, but Marvel wanted Edward Norton.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. It's really weird. I wonder if that's why they were like, oh, let's just go to our original choice. It's interesting why they've never had him direct any other thing.
What was Mark Ruffalo even a big name in 2008?
I don't think so. I think he was relatively new still.
The only other
with
movie
Avengers,
I know
he was
like 13 going on 30.
Yeah. I think he was extremely nervous, I know, to be the Hulk, and Robert Downey Jr. to talk him into taking the role.
Oh, really? I mean, he's been in a lot, but it's
because I seen him in 13 going on 30, but I never knew who he was, and then I learned who he was from Avengers and all that, and then now I've seen him play twins and all kinds of other shit.
Yeah.
Other alternate casting was David Duchovny, which would have been so fucking strange, but I would have loved that if David Duchovny was the Hulk.
That'd be weird.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. Yeah, I love David Duchovny. I can't imagine what that would be like.
I like him too.
What do you think he would say to bad guys?
Motherfucker.
They'd have to have that line in there, right?
Oh, for sure.
And then also, I already said it. Eric Bana was asked, and that's all I got. There's probably some more alternate casting, but those are the ones that I saw: Mark Ruffalo, David Duchovny, and Eric Bana, which would have all been completely different movies. I feel like.
Yeah.
Because Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is nothing like this is a completely different character.
Oh, for sure.
Than what he is.
Yeah.
It's also weird that he just this. You never see Liv Tyler again. Never hear about her character.
I thought she looked different in this movie. I don't know.
I think it's I think she's just very young.
Well, I think she's older because she was in Armageddon, and I think she was like very young in Armageddon. And that was in like '99 or something. I think.
I'm just thinking we're like compared to like watching her in Leftovers.
I don't know. I just for whatever reason in my head, I had a mental picture of her looking differently.
Apparently, Hess hasn't seen her since 1999. I think is what we're getting
probably
to.
Not.
Yeah,
probably not.
And my last piece of trivia is Abomination was originally going to be the second villain of Age of Ultron, but was cut.
I heard
which would have made that movie very different. But now he is returning for She-Hulk on Disney Plus. Tim Roth is going to be Abomination.
Oh, it's the same dude?
Yeah. Which would be very... I don't know how that's going to come about, because She-Hulk is a lawyer comedy. So she's kind of like Deadpool, too, where she breaks the fourth wall, and she knows she's in a comic book, too. So it'll be really interesting what that is like.
I don't know anything about She-Hulk.
She's Hulk's cousin.
What did he do? Give her the blood?
He came in her mouth, and then she turned into the Hulk.
What are they, from Alabama?
Maybe. No, actually, I have no idea. Hey, Alexa.
They call me the Alabama Slammer.
How did She-Hulk become She-Hulk?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hulk has an IMDb rating of 5.6 out of 10. The film has grossed 100.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, what is She-Hulk's origin?
Stumped her.
Good.
I did stump her. All right, well, I guess comment down below, because we can't figure it out.
And she's like, what the fuck's a She-Hulk?
I don't know. Woman Hulk? You get a sex change? I don't know. So, we're done with overall thoughts. We're done with trivia. Y'all ready to recast the Hulk?
I'm ready.
It says, She-Hulk began life as Jennifer Walters, the cousin of Bruce Banner. Walters was a successful defense lawyer working in L.A. before she even attained her powers. One day, when Bruce was visiting her, she was gunned down by gangsters looking to silence her client before he testified against them. Does that help? I don't know.
I don't know. That doesn't tell me how she becomes the Hulk, but that's pretty interesting.
He did not want her to die, so he's like, give me what I have.
Injects her real quick.
So that's my question. So when Stanley drank the Mountain Dew or whatever, fucking whatever it was, but isn't the general drinking it in the end scene? Isn't that what he's drinking? Is that?
I think he's just drinking that same big drink. I don't think he's drinking the. Was it the blood one though?
I think
that could have also been an Easter egg too, of like, oh, he's Red Hulk.
I thought he was just drinking. I thought it was supposed to be like, he's drinking something green, because now, like, he literally had to. The guy he's chasing the whole movie, he had to get to help him.
Yeah,
that guy's a fucking moron.
He is.
This movie, I thought it was so weird. I also thought it would have made a lot of sense if Rhodey, which we just saw in Iron Man 1. Like, if they were making the movies now, I think they would have totally had him in there. But I think it would have made sense for Rhodey to be in this movie. Make a little cameo with this military man chasing down the Hulk. That would have made so much sense.
What's Ross's... Isn't he, like, a defense general or I forget what his title is in the next movie, but it's like...
I have no idea.
He gets a promotion or two in the next couple movies.
Now, he's got a whole fucking, like, island of bad guys that he brings them to. Remember? He arrests all of them. Spoilers.
Hey, don't spoil shit for me there, Chief.
You'll forget by next week.
Jesus
That's like
Christ.
10 movies down the road.
You'll never remember that.
We're 2 movies in, and I'm kind of looking forward to keep going.
That's good. I'm happy.
I
don't spoil shit.
I'm ready to watch like another movie. Iron Man 2 is good. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but like, I want to watch Captain America. I want to watch Thor.
I like Iron Man 1 and 2 about the same. To me, they're just as good as each other. Yeah.
I like one more, I think.
Is there an Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about it.
The title bugs the shit out of me. It's Iron Man THREE. I don't know why they do it like that.
Is the second? Which one is the like electrical car guy? Is that 2 or 3?
That's 2.
That's 2. That's 2. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
All right. So it's time where we recast the Hulk.
Okay.
I'll go first again. I was trying to think of someone that could like be like a loner but funny and weird, like Edward Norton in this. And I was going through a lot. My original pick was Justin Long. Because I thought that'd be weird, but I could see him doing it.
That's weird.
But then
I feel like that's pretty good.
what I landed on was Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Because I think that would just be so interesting, what he would do with the role. But I think he could play the Bruce Banner part very good, like the scientist stuff. And then I think...
You're talking Childish Gambino?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
It would be.
Isn't he going to be the Prowler or something?
I mean, he already was. I don't know if he'll come back or not.
Oh.
It was just a little kid. I think that was just because he wanted to be Miles Morales so bad, so they made him his uncle.
I've never seen Atlanta, which I should watch, probably.
I watched a little bit, but then they went on break, so I'm waiting until I get caught up to the next one.
So I haven't seen him in a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's a scientist, I believe, in Save Matt Damon from Mars. What's that? The Martian?
Yeah.
He's a scientist in that.
Yeah, nice. I haven't seen that yet. But the one movie I've seen him in, Solo, he was fucking really good at.
Yeah.
So I'm sure if he can play Lando Calrissian, he can play.
Didn't he? Wasn't he in Community too?
Yeah, I never watched that.
He was. I've seen clips of it, but I've never watched that either.
Yeah.
So Hess, who are you recasting as the Hulk?
I came down to two, and one of these is in another Marvel movie, but at the time he wasn't obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Rudd is who I thought of.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
They'd have to start making it like a comedy with him, but that would be fun.
And then the other one is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I thought of him too. That was one of my considerations.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah. I was thinking. I read the trivia on here, and there's a whole bunch of trivia, and a lot of it doesn't matter.
That's why I only got a couple things. A lot of it's boring.
So I read about David Duchovny, and I read about them wanting to get the one guy turning it down, and I couldn't get those guys out of my mind. And like I kept thinking, I was like,
that's why you should leave the trivia to me.
Well, no, I like to read it, and it's interesting when you're watching the movie.
Yeah.
So I was trying to picture like a. And maybe I didn't go outside the box like you. I was picturing like a white guy.
I forgot. You know what my original wish was, but I had to redo it because you're an asshole.
Why am I an asshole?
We were in the kitchen talking about this, and he goes, "Well, I'm just gonna pick the Rock because they'll just paint him green." And I was gonna pick the Rock, but then I couldn't because he said it in the kitchen. Because I thought that'd be so weird too.
Well, so I was picturing like a white guy with like black hair or whatever, and trying to someone who would want. And then I was like, and I remember you're like, well, you don't have to go with the same pick, and I told you the way I pictured it in my head.
Mm.
And then I was like, you know what? Fucking Danny McBride.
Oh my God, what the fuck? So last week you made Charlie Sheen Iron Man. Mm-hmm. This week you made Danny McBride the Hulk.
I forgot about Charlie Sheen.
I want to see your Avengers.
Could you imagine?
What the fuck is wrong with that? That'd be so weird.
Tell me you wouldn't want to see Danny McBride.
I would watch that 1,000%.
Okay.
But it'd be weird.
And he could be a scientist too. He'd be like, I don't know, it's just one of those fucking things right there. You know what I mean?
I feel like he'd be more of like Abomination or something. Just make me the fucking Hulk. Yelling at somebody. I can see him more as a bad guy.
Yeah, but he could be a good guy. He's a good
Maybe
actor.
he's evil Hulk.
I mean, the Hulk's not always good. Sometimes he gets in some trouble.
So, do you guys have a best/worst scene of the movie?
Yeah.
Would you like to go first, Tess?
I got two best scenes. My first best scene is obviously when they're fighting in that field by the. I thought they were going to the train station, but it ended up being a college. When he kicked him into the tree.
Yeah, that's mine. That's mine too.
And then my second favorite one is when he's fighting Abomination, and he smashes a cop car in half, and he's beating his.
Oh, then using those with it.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that.
It's hard not to pick the tree scene.
Yeah, that was mine. I was trying to think, and I was like, I like that, and I also when I also thought was weird. So that helicopter crashes into them, fires all around. He's holding Liv Tyler, and her hair's dangling there, and he saved her from the fire from the first thing.
Yeah.
And I get this is a comic book movie, but he's holding her, and she's dangling there. How's her hair and nothing else catching on fire? He's holding her 2 feet above the fire.
It's called movie magic.
I thought that was just so weird. He's literally dangling her above. That would even if she wasn't close to fire, that whole area would be so hot. I feel like her skin would start to boil, and he's just holding her what? I'm the Hulk. I'm just standing here. And then he brings her to a waterfall.
So you're saying you want the next scene her bald?
Yeah, I want it to be like the scene. Have you seen the Wolverine, the one right before Logan?
I don't know, have I?
This nuke or whatever, some bomb goes off in Japan or wherever he's at, and he takes this guy down into a bunker, and he's like covering this guy from this nuke going off. And then when like it's like holding the guy, and like, there's like a little hole, so it like makes a scar on the guy's face. But when it reveals Logan again, Wolverine, he's just completely burnt and torched down, and has no hair, and like he's like ah. But then it all grows back. I wanted her to look like that a little bit.
Well, she already got injured in this movie, so she can't get injured twice.
I guess.
I already mentioned I do like the part where he says, "You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry."
Is that's your favorite scene of the movie?
It made me laugh. But no, my favorite scene is the one where he kicks him into the tree.
So we all agree. That's pretty interesting.
Oh,
by the way,
And how does that tree not?
yeah, you
snap
think
in
that would?
half?
Yeah. They're both kind of Hulk people, and then poof.
he wasn't full Abomination yet, though.
Yeah, but he was like
That's like
he
a
was
100-year-old
tough
tree.
enough to be like he's a super-ish soldier. And the Hulk kick. I feel like if a Hulk kicked me into a tree, it'd make a little bit of a crack in it.
Did you, when he was running, did you think to yourself, you want to be Captain America?
No, you know what I was thinking? Running just as fast as I can.
I did expect him to try to rob like a diner at some point, and then have Samuel L. Jackson like take his wallet or get his wallet back. No,
My God. No. I didn't know where. I completely forgot he was in
I
that.
couldn't get him out of Pulp Fiction. I expected some lady to walk up, any of you motherfuckers move. But,
That's funny.
my worst scene is the waterfall.
And then she's like, ah! And slaps him, and he's like, what the fuck?
Well, he gets her and he puts her down. He bumps his head and it hurt. Okay, motherfucker, you just ripped 2 cars in half or whatever, and then
bullets bounce off of his body for
But
some because
he's
he's
like-
big and muscly. For some reason, that means bullets don't penetrate him.
And he's like, boom, boom,
my
ow,
fucking head.
motherfucker, I got a concussion.
Yeah,
But like it turned into King Kong for like 5 minutes.
yeah, it was weird.
Was that Niagara Falls?
I don't know. It just reminded me of the same waterfall area at the end of Wrong Turn 1.
Never seen Wrong Turn 1.
Do you have a worst scene, Hess?
I don't know. I mean, I really like the movie. Like I said, I kind of liked a little bit of romance between Betsy and Bruce.
Mm-hmm. It's really surprising me how well Hess picks up on their names because like I watch this and I still just call it Liv Tyler and Edward Norton,
Yeah.
but it surprises me.
Did I pay attention?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Well, because like I know you'd watch it, but I figured sometimes you'd be like, well, what was his name? Or something like that. But
He's big on trying to remember people's names when he's doing this kind of stuff.
I'm big on trying, and then I forget, and then I'm like, well, who cares?
I don't know what Tim Roth's name was in the movie though. I know him as Abomination.
Yeah, I
but
don't know his
what
normal
it
name
was.
either. I don't know that either.
I don't know before that.
Major.
Major pain in the ass.
Major Horshkoff.
Yeah.
So we already discussed the end credit scene a little bit, but so Tony Stark gets there, he meets General Ross, and he goes, "We're starting a team." What do you think that's all about?
I don't know, but
I don't know.
he's done certain shit.
Yeah, it is weird that they say that because really it's everybody else making a team, and then they're asking Tony Stark to be in it. He has nothing to do with it, really.
Yeah, and then really they don't even really ask him to be in it, and then he's like, oh, and then he's in it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no, we don't want you in it.
That's what a lot of this movie just doesn't make sense with the other things.
And that's part of the
So-
reason.
It makes it not as good. Yeah.
Was I rented it like you off of Apple or whatever iTunes, and that scene was before the end credits. Did they just bump?
Yeah,
it up?
that's the only end credit scene that's actually before the credits, I think.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I was like, I like watched it or whatever, and then I was like, oh. So then I like fast forwarded through all the credits, and I'm like, that was it. Like, there was nothing?
That one's weird. All the other ones there's like credits, like it says like it's like a normal like credit scene and like showing the people's names and all that. It'll say the name of the movie, and then it'll show it, and then there'll be real credits. But sometimes even after the real credits, there's another scene. Depending on
I just recently listened to a podcast about Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Mm-hmm. Wait, isn't there 3 in that one?
There's fucking 5.
Oh yeah, but some of those are just funny ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still entertaining. One of them, when we get to it, it'll be funny. One of them kind of fuck with you.
Well, and like Avengers, there's 2, but one of them's just funny. Remember the first time you see it, you're like, it makes no sense, but it's funny.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna rate this, and then we'll rank the movies. So what would you give Hulk, just rating it as a normal movie?
I say we give Hess goes first.
Yeah. Let's go first.
I would give it like
Now remember, you gave Iron Man an 8.
7.9.
He has 7.9.
Oh, excuse me. You brought out your decimals. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say like 7.4. Maybe no, I'm gonna go 7.2.
7.2. Okay.
7.2.
Me or you?
Because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I had no qualms with it. But I don't watch. I don't feel like I don't watch movies like you guys. And I, like when I say I don't watch movies like you guys, like I don't
Like
pay
with your
attention
eyes.
to, like
Just kidding.
with what you were explaining in the beginning, where you're like they literally move the camera 2 fucking inches and they cut like
Yeah.
to me like
You just watch it and it's entertaining.
Yeah. Like that didn't like I didn't get. I mean, there are some times when I'll catch certain shit. I don't know, maybe it's just I'm in a certain mood, but like I just thought it was an entertaining movie and I liked it.
I would probably give this like a 4, I think.
Oh my god!
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Jesus Christ!
I didn't like it.
I'd say about a 6.
But a 6, okay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of telling, but it'll get better as we
and
go
the thing,
on.
like for instance, here's why I give it a 6. Like when they're fighting and he kicks him against the tree.
Yeah.
So first he has the wave of people fighting him, and then he has like he has like the fucking he has the Tim Roth run to the cannons, and then the cannons get him, and then he gets that, and then he has the helicopter. And as I'm watching it, I thought, you're fighting the fucking Hulk. Maybe just line up everybody at the same time.
Yeah. And so just
don't-
this thing.
I mean,
that didn't work.
It's pretty.
Let's try
convenient.
this thing.
It's pretty convenient. You can just try. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Hey, where's that helicopter? Bring that in. We're gonna try that.
Also, where were those ray things that were slowing them down when they were fighting Abomination? Why couldn't they get those into town?
Yeah.
But see, it like without Betsy, like he wouldn't have even turned into Hulk when they shot the smoke and like tear gas into that tunnel that he was in.
Oh, it's true, yeah.
Because the only reason he turned into Hulk was because they saw her tackle her,
Yeah.
and then he got pissed. Otherwise, he probably would have just choked out and died.
I think she's like a big thing in the comics, from what I understand.
I believe so, yeah.
Their companionship is a big deal.
One thing I really
But
like is...
she can calm him down and communicate with him when he's Hulk.
So can other people, apparently.
Yeah. One thing
You'll get there.
One thing I really like, it was my
What is
alternate
it,
ending.
that redhead?
When
It's
we
that redhead, huh?
Scarlett Johansson, yeah.
Yeah, what? I don't know her name.
Black Widow.
Crosstalk or Crosstalk. I don't know what the fuck I
It's
can't.
Black Widow.
Yeah, and let's not let Mr. Blue get away without being brought up.
Yeah. So who is he gonna be?
I don't know his name. I think he's the bad guy in the Avengers game. He gets a really big head and thinks. He's Samuel Stern. Samuel Stern's made a cinematic debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film The Incredible Hulk, portrayed by Tim Blake Nelson. The Leader is his name. He was ranked as IGN's 63rd greatest comic book villain of all time.
63rd?
I guess,
nothing
yeah.
to write home about.
So I guess he becomes the leader. Yeah, I don't know much about him. I just know he gets a big head and then it never comes back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So we'll do this more. Obviously, we kind of gave our answers now by ranking this movie compared to Iron Man.
I'd say.
But I'm gonna write down all of our things, so I'll have it on here. Our ranking for every
I
MCU
think that's a
movie.
good idea because we're gonna lose.
We'll lose track of it, especially
Yeah.
if we're all taking notes and whatever. So I have it all written right here. So I put JNH. I assumed it's the same from what we just ranked. So I have Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk for me, and then for you, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, and then for Hess, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
Yes.
All right. So then, as we move on, we'll rank that in order. So we'll have
should-
our entire list of
we'll-
MC movies.
Now
Yeah.
let me ask you this, because I wanted to rank the bad guys, and we aren't really doing that. But don't you think Obadiah Stane was a better bad guy than Tim Roth?
Then the Tim Roth. Yeah, I agree with that.
Or Tim Roth / General?
Because Tim Roth isn't even he's only the bad guy because he's still jealous of Hulky Poo, and then it becomes
Yeah.
like General Ross is his real bad guy kind of until he's not.
Until they're on the same team.
Yeah.
What did you do?
If you took him away from me, I'm gonna fuck you in the ass.
But like in all honesty, how fucking cool would it be to be able to turn into the Hulk? Like in all seriousness.
So if they could do it to you, and they're like, it'll 100% turn into the Hulk, but every time you get angry, you will become the Hulk. Would you do it?
That absolutely.
Well, remember though, when he was getting excited, and Liv Tyler's like not even a little excited. He couldn't have sex with Liv Tyler.
I don't give a fuck.
So you'd give up having sex with a couple. I don't know how many podcasts ago we were doing random ramblings. Hess said that he doesn't understand when people say that they like food better than sex.
Right.
But he will turn into the Incredible Hulk and not have sex with anybody ever again.
I don't remember saying that. When did I say this?
It was in the beginning. It was the beginning of a podcast. You were
people like, oh, this is better than sex. You're like, nothing's better than sex.
yeah. You're like,
My name's Hess.
You're like, I don't know about you guys, but I love it when the mouth is on my cock.
Yeah.
Well, that is true. I mean, who
We're-
doesn't?
We were like, calm down there. Just kidding.
You know what's funny is I was actually thinking about that today. Like somebody, I don't know where I heard it, but somebody was like, it was a guy, and he was like, I don't really like blowjobs, and I was just like, you motherfucking lying. I'm like, I've never met a man that doesn't like to get their fucking dick sucked.
Or you never met a man that doesn't like to suck dick.
Either way.
Unbelievable.
Well, I believe that is it, boys and girls, cats and kittens,
Cats and kittens.
cows and horses.
Now the rest of these fucking bitches are on Disney, right?
Yeah, the rest of them are on Disney Plus, except for Spider-Man's, but those might be on there by the time we get there. But Spider-Man you can watch on Stars, so you still don't have to rent those. And what I like, what'll be good for you, Hess, is obviously we'll discuss it on here, so it probably won't be that much of a problem. But if you go on Disney Plus and you click Marvel, they have them in each phase in order. So it'll be like Phase 1 is Iron Man 2, Thor. Like it goes actually, it doesn't have Hulk on there.
And
What's after Iron Man 2?
Thor. Yeah.
and then Captain
Chris,
America?
then Captain America, then Avengers.
Oh, that's
And then we're
right,
done
'cause
with Phase 1. Watch it all.
What is there? 6 phases?
There's 4.
4.
This is the start of 4. There's 3. Start of 4 is Black Widow and all that shit. Endgame ends it. Well, I think Spider-Man ends it. Homecoming, technically.
Phase 3's long.
Yeah, I think it's the longest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's it. Does anybody have any... Actually, I got one question for you guys before we wrap this up.
Okay.
When Bruce Banner, not David Banner, has the USB and he's going and he's like, oh, fuck, they're coming. And he puts it in his mouth and then becomes the Hulk and fights shit. Did he poop that out later?
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw it up.
Oh, he threw it up. They actually show that?
That's what he was doing. Remember, she like walks in the door and you can hear him throwing up.
Oh,
and then
okay.
And then he comes out brushing his teeth, and she's like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And he's like, "Yeah, I had to get my data back."
Oh, well, Hess paid way
And
more
she's
attention
like,
than I did.
"You swallowed it?"
You
And she's
swallowed
like, "Well,
it.
given the circumstances, or
Wow.
something like that."
You know what? I was so grossed out by him swallowing that goddamn thing that I didn't really pay much attention to that part either.
I didn't even. Well, I mean, that was a scene. He's fighting people as Hulk and all, but he did that, and I was just thinking, wow, is he gonna poop that out later?
I was like,
He threw it up.
If you were in that situation, could you stuff a USB down your throat?
no,
Let's try it. I got one over there.
no.
Do you think you could, Hess?
And I don't even have
I
a
mean-
problem taking pills and shit.
Maybe, I don't know.
Can you guys take pills dry, like without water?
No,
I know what dry means.
Just being sure.
I
You
mean,
don't know how to play fucking rock paper scissors like a week ago.
Easy for you to say.
So maybe I don't know. You don't know what dry means.
I mean, I can. I don't.
Yeah, I have before, but I don't think like Taylor or Mom can.
Like usually, I have a drink handy, so I just,
I'll be in the bathroom and like if I like take like 3 pills or something, I can't. But if it's just like one,
But if you take like 20,
then I don't think about. I don't know. Maybe
just swig it down with some vodka.
chew 'em up.
chew them.
Yeah.
We'll give you some aspirin.
Okay.
You can chew it up.
I'm gonna give you some ass men. Well, I think it's about time we wrap this up. Next week we'll get together again, talk about an Iron Man, because there's 2 in the next one. Don Cheats shows up. Donnie Cheats.
There's more than just one superhero in the next movie,
Yeah.
so that's interesting.
And there's a lot more Samuel
Right.
Jackson, which I like.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. Anybody, you want to try signing off again, Hess?
No, I'm okay.
He's like, no, I'm good.
No, last week I called it the Pleeka universe. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe, check out our other podcasts on this channel, and come back next week for more Idiot's Guide to the Marvel Universe.